Hey everyone, Dr. David Lucas here to help you with some ideas about how to do these speeches. Look, first of all, because we're trying to imitate or recreate an actual speech presentation, you don't want to sit down while you do these speeches. Please, stand up. And if at all possible, I'd like for you to plan the room to show those 5 people that are supposed to be there as your audience. Now, the reason I want you to have an audience is because that sort of recreates these speech events that you're going to do for your career. You're going to do this in meetings, presentations, and like I said, maybe at church and other places in the community that you'll be using public speaking. It's vitally important that you stand up, show me the crowd. If you wish, you can do these other places than your own home. Then, of course, you load them up to the YouTube channel, which is all clearly demonstrated on our modules. Make sure that when you give your speech, you have an introduction and you have a good conclusion. And, of course, then you need a middle, too. Try not to just talk with me, but elevated speech is what we're looking for. You'll notice that in this presentation I'm making, this is an informative speech. I'm telling you or giving you information about how to do this. But it's so important for you to realize that public speaking is all about eye contact, nonverbal communication using our hands and our face, and about reaching the audience. So try to make this a little bit more formal. Don't sit down, please. And if you're going to use notes, put them on 3x5 cards. I would rather you would just have one 3x5 card. The outline can go on there. Speak from that outline. Don't speak from a manuscript. We're not going to really be working on manuscript speaking because it's so hard to have a manuscript, read it, and keep good eye contact. That comes later. Some of you memorizing your speech, and that's okay too, but if you memorize the speech, it's hard if you get lost in it. And if you do memorize your speech, which I don't advise, I advise you working from a 3x5 card. But if you do memorize, go back to the last line you remember or the last 2 lines you remember, and that'll jog your memory if you get lost. Try to go about 5 to 7 minutes. Now, I won't cut you if it's 4 minutes and 50 seconds, but if it's only 3 minutes or 2 minutes, that's not long enough. I need to recreate this moment that you're going to give these public speeches. And if you can do a 5-minute segment, then later you'll be able to do 10, 15, and 20, and 30, and 40 by adding on sections just like you're learning to do in class. I know this is hard for some of you. It's kind of a fearful action to take, but this is a great way to expand your knowledge and to become a more proficient person. People who can do public speaking are looked on as being very intelligent, wise, and leaders, and I like that. So come on, take some time, rehearse your speech before you give it. Don't just blow off at the mouth. Work from your outline on a 3x5 card. Stand up, show me that audience. Just pan the room before you begin. I understand that there are a few technical glitches here. You've got to switch the camera over and so on. I won't take off for that. Give yourself a pause before you begin so I'll know that now you're recreating a formal event of a public speech. And then give your presentation. Don't be afraid. Take confidence in yourself that you've rehearsed well, prepared well, got a good outline. You know where you're headed. It's Dr. Dave Lucas saying, come on, let's ratchet up this whole idea of public speaking. And thanks a lot.